Hey guys! So, welcome to my save file. Look how pretty it's coming up. Ignore this. This is gonna be the market, still underway. But yeah, I finished the village. This took me a lot of time. But this time we're not gonna see the village. When I finish the market, we will. But for now, we are going to be touring these four because I have been basically each time I finish a neighborhood, I will show it. I already did this one. I already did this one, and now we're gonna hop into this one. So let's start with the ladies' tea room. This neighborhood is supposed to be like the high nobility, like the high society neighborhood. The previous one, if you haven't watched, was like the more social high society neighborhood. You have two families there that are like upper middle class. They're not technically high society, but they're already like, not middle class, not poor. They're above average. So yeah, but that neighborhood, it had more like social stuff to do. So it had the opera house, it has the royal baths, it has the park, the ballroom, and it has the townhouses where the other two families live. But this neighborhood is more focused on high society. So it has two community lots, which is the ladies' tea room and the ladies and gentlemen club, which are basically, one is a coffee shop and the other one is kind of like a bar. I think I chose the bar, yeah. So yeah, the idea was to have them be like kind of places where high society would enjoy, like, coming together. So this is the ladies' tea room. It looks very cozy, very cottage core, which is what I wanted. Let's see if it looks better in a different light. Maybe this one? Don't know. But yeah, it's very flowery. It has like little nooks here if you want to paint. And it has like this little backyard here where all the ladies can come and have some tea and gossip and play chess and paint. And yeah, I think that is what you can do back here. And then inside we have, of course, the coffee shop with, like, you come and order your stuff here. You can stay inside and talk. And then upstairs, we have a little more of a lounge area where these are like play tables. Actually, I think I should change these because I think it was the event ones. I think here, event rewards, activities and skills. Where is it? Yeah, this is it. So, because we never really had like a table that would be nice to put in these settings. Like, I had to opt for ugly ass tables like that one, but now we have a better option. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it comes in pink, so we'll have to settle for this. What do you think? Is it better that it's the white? Maybe the white actually looks better because it contrasts a lot. Man, I wish they had a better swatches of this. It's annoying. Okay, I'll leave the white one. But yeah, here you can lounge a little bit, have some tea, have some biscuits, enjoy some games of cards, some chess, some painting. Here are the toilets, of course, and some books, or if you want to also just read. So this one's pretty straightforward. It doesn't have that much to it. It's just cute little cottage tea house. But yeah, now let's go check out the Ladies and Gentlemen Club. That one took me a long time to make because it's much bigger, has a lot to do inside, so it's much more, I don't know, has much more options for stuff to do, for Sims to do. Okay, so here we have the Ladies and Gentlemen Club. Initially, it was meant to be just a gentleman's club, but I built this part first, and I didn't really have like anything to put here, so I just thought, why not put a ladies like club as well? Because I felt like this one that was supposed to be the ladies' room didn't have that much to do. It's just a coffee shop, and you can do some stuff in there, but like not as much as I would like. So I just, okay, let's make another building there. So yeah, I kind of wanted it to be kind of like a street corner kind of building. I think it turned out really cute, so let's see inside. So the bottom floor, it's just bar. It's the only place in the save file that is gonna have a TV. This is a TV. Yeah, it has like the tables to play, normal bar stuff, bathrooms, and in the ladies corner, it is literally just same concept. They come here, bar, you know, same situation, bathrooms. And then upstairs, we start having more activities. So here is kind of like a library / lounge where you can play cards, chess, hang around, read. Here we have some more games to play. Foosball tables, ping pong table, the table for cards, more reading spots. Here's like a hookah room where they can, you know, smoke hookah, I guess. Of course, like the intention initially was for these places to be gender specific. Not so much gender specific as gender affirming specific. So if a masculine girl, she would go here, you know. Of course, there's no way to actually dictate that in The Sims, so they're just gonna intermingle. That's fine, whatever. Here is the ladies part where it's much more like has some artistic stuff to paint, some crochet, some what is this called? Cross stitch. Yeah, cross stitch. Piano, to play piano, some more tables to play, chess. Actually, here, I think we could change the thing I was doing before. It will look better. This one, definitely this one. It matches with the sofas, with the ottomans, I mean. Yeah, that looks better. Or does it look better with the other swatch? I think the orange is fine. Okay, yeah, so it's very cozy. And yeah, bathroom. And that's it over here. And now we go to my favorite part of this one. I think this turned out super cozy. Like, wait, let me show you. I think this feels super cozy in here. I don't know how to explain it. It feels super cozy to me. I really like it. I think maybe it's because the ceilings are lower, so it makes the build feel more cozy. But yeah, they have a lot of stuff to do here as well. Like a little library, research area. I put like a little research and debate, I think that's what it's called. I don't know, research or archive machine, whatever. Some computers for them, more play tables, foosball, and then more bar, more hanging out area. It looks nice, I think. And the bathrooms, of course, separate and everything. And then on the ladies' side, you have like a little ballroom. Actually, let's see. Yes, maybe this would look better. Or not. Maybe you'll just skip the other ones. But yeah, a little ballroom with another bar where they can hang out and dance, a little hallway, the bathroom, of course. And here it's like a seance room. I kind of wanted it to be like part of it because back in the day, high society, or like society in general, they had like a fad where they were very interested in like the occult and stuff. And he was like, I think it would be interesting also to have some Sims in the save file that are very like not witches but connected to the supernatural in some way. They feel like there's something out there, and these would be kind of mediums. So yeah, this little room is cute, and that's about it. Or the ladies and gentlemen club. I think it turned out really cute. Next, let's see the vampire mansion. I talk a lot about this family in the build that I made, the speed build. So if you want to go there and check the video out and watch me yap for a long time. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record when I was building the actual building, so I lost a lot of footage of the building itself, but decorating and stuff, it's all there. I intentionally made this build like neo-gothic and very different from the other builds around it, because I wanted to portray that like it's probably the oldest building in the neighborhood, and it's very different. Like I purposely wanted it to be like right across from one that is much more modern in the save file. So it's like this other mansion that is like Regency or Edwardian architecture, and it's very, very different as you can see. But yeah, this is the Aldrich Manor, so it's where the vampires are going to be. Of course, people don't know that they're vampires, but yeah, it looks very threatening. Yeah, here we have the stables. They're gonna have horses, of course. A little cemetery next to the stables, as it should be. And let's start with the bottom floor. Here is like the great entrance. They have like a little hallway here, little lounge spaces. You can sit, read a book, listen to some tunes. You can play chess here. Or here. I kind of see this as like they're going to be hosting a lot of events. So the bottom floor is kind of like a social floor where visitors come and like you can wait here, you can rest here. And then you have the ballroom, which is huge. Again, this is supposed to be like the social area where they're going to be hosting a lot of events. A lot of people are going to be here. And immediately we have here a secret, right? I think the way it works is like you can go from clock to clock. So you could technically access this area of the house through the clock. But since the guy that is going to be living in this part is a vampire, he's also going to have the like bat form thing. So he can just transport himself here as a vampire and doesn't need the clock. Bathrooms. Yep. We are going to leave the basement for last, so let's go up. Here we start going into the living area where they can host visitors here, but mostly the closer visitors, I guess, friends. So this is the drawing room. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff that they can do, piano and stuff. Basically it. A little hallway, I think it's cute, and the kitchens. Obviously, they're all vampires, so they don't really need to eat food, but their guests do, because some of their guests might be human. So of course they will have a kitchen. Of course, none of them are going to cook. This is all going to be up to the butler. But yeah, of course. Here we have kind of like what I was thinking is for this room to be kind of like a important decision room, you know, council kind of stuff, because the head of the house, Aldrich, he is going to be a very important member of nobility, and he might have politicians over, and his niece also is going to be very important in high society as well, in politics, Artemisia. So they would have probably big meetings here with heads of state and stuff to talk about decisions. I don't know, stuff, politician stuff. This is the bathroom, very, very big bathroom. And let's go upstairs again. And here we go into the bedrooms for the nieces and nephew of Aldrich, who is the like master vampire that has been alive for a long time. So here we have Artemisia's room. She is like this serious older niece. She is taking her job as like not a politician, but like, you know, she's in the noble career. She has the throne here. She takes her duties very seriously. She is very responsible. She's very strategic. So yeah, this is her room. Very, very red. Here we have the middle brother room. He is a more depressed type. He is going to be very in love with the tragedy of being a vampire. He doesn't want to be a vampire. But he kind of is like this dramatic, kind of like in love with his sadness type. So of course his room is very moody. And right next door we have a coffin, which I thought it would be funny because he does not want to be a vampire, and yet he's the only one of his sisters. As you can see, none of them have a coffin, but he's the only one that has a specific room where he can lay in a coffin, because I think he romanticizes himself a lot. So he enjoys the tragedy that comes with like being a vampire and not wanting to be one. Like he even has a mirror here to remind himself that he has no reflection. He's just very self-pitying, very in love with himself and with his misery. I don't think he's actually depressed. Like I talked a little bit about him in the Vampire Mansion video, how eventually I thought it would be funny if he finds a cure for vampirism and doesn't take it, because he's like, I actually like being a vampire, but he doesn't tell anyone. He enjoys the misery of, you know, being miserable. And next door we have the younger sister's room, Anna's room. I forgot. This guy's name is Alistair. This is Anna. This family, the Aldrich, they have like this thing where the kids, everyone's name starts with A. So everyone's name in this legacy will be an A name. So this is Anna's room. She is the youngest, and she is crazy. She's gonna be erratic. She just does whatever she pleases. She's very immature. She's kind of a diva. And yeah, that's why her room is very pink. And yeah, the little hallway. And then we have kind of like an activity room where Alistair really enjoys painting, so he paints a lot. I imagine Anna, she likes doing jewelry. So she has a little jewelry table. We go upstairs. There's more stuff, like a little workbench. I don't know which of the siblings would want to do the woodworking thing. I'm sure, I don't know, better have it than not have it, you know. And a little computer where they have the little office for themselves as well. And right across here we have this room here that leads us to the butler's room. I mentioned in the Vampire Mansion build that all of these builds that are very opulent will have, all of these builds that are like high society, high class, will have like a butler's room that typically doesn't have the best furniture, because I want this to be kind of like a storytelling device of how these families have so much money, and the rest of the house is incredibly opulent and very luxurious, and then you come to the person that literally does everything from them and they cannot afford to just give them better room. It's kind of like to showcase that these people, they're just rich. They don't care about normal people. They don't care about working people. You know, so to just give them the basics. You know, he doesn't even have his own private bathroom, so he would need to like go down and come here. So yeah, we go now finally to the basement. So if you come here, it kind of like, you know, starts looking like catacombs, but then it becomes like more decorated. So this is kind of gonna be the uncle's living quarters. So this guy has been alive for a long time. I think some stuff moved from here. Did I have some stuff here? I think I did. I think I had some stuff here. I need to figure that out and put it back, whatever it was. But yeah, this is the drawing room for the uncle. He probably won't have that many people that come here, but he might have some friends that would like visit, I suppose. So if he would be welcoming some visitors, he would welcome them here. Any private visitors. He has a little bathroom, even though he doesn't need it. He doesn't have use of it, but he has it. Why not? This is the library. So his little like study, I suppose. But he has his own private study as well, like in his room. This is like mainly library. And of course, his organ. He enjoys playing organ. His older niece, Artemisia, also does. They're very similar, the two of them. They're like, they really like each other. And finally, we come to the basement, to the mausoleum. And yeah, here it starts looking more like a crypt, which it is. This is going to be where most of the family's remains are going to be. I will probably have to substitute a lot of the things that are here with actual urns when I create the Sims. But this, yeah, it's supposed to be the family mausoleum. And here we have the wife, his wife, the uncle's wife, Aldrich. Oh my god, all these A names. Aldrich, so the uncle. He had a wife a long time ago, and before he realized that he was a vampire, his wife died, and he regrets ever since that he didn't investigate more of what was happening to him, because he was just bitten, like in the night, and he didn't realize what that meant. He didn't know about vampires, and he started going through the transformation, and he didn't realize what he was becoming. And meanwhile, his wife got hit with some disease, maybe Spanish flu, something like that, and she died, unfortunately. And when he realizes that he doesn't age and that this is something that he could have passed to his wife and his wife could have been immortal with him, he regrets it a lot. So this is where she is buried. He is very dedicated to her memory, and so he like lights the little candles every day. He puts out fresh flowers every day, so he's very dedicated to her. I put this here. This is supposed to be like the plasma plant. I still haven't put it, the plasma tree, because he's a vampire. Here is his room. He literally does not sleep in a bed. He cannot. He's going to be super devoid of humanity. He no longer has any needs other than drink blood, because he's been alive for a long, long time. So this is his study. This is his room. And yeah, that is basically Vampire Mansion. Looks pretty cool. All right. And now finally we go to this the mansion right across the street, which is the Lovelaces. The Lovelaces are also very prestigious family. Both of these families are like high society. They are both related to royalty. The vampire family, the uncle, so Aldred, he was like 3 centuries ago or something, the brother of the king at the time. And since he doesn't age, he needs to fake his own death a lot. He changes his name a lot, so Aldred isn't even his real name. He just keeps changing it to like pretend to be like the son of himself, I suppose. And yeah, so they were a very old, very powerful family, the Aldriches. And right across from them are the Lovelaces. The Lovelaces are also a very important family, which are like from the other side of the royal family. So these two are not related. The Aldriches and the Lovelaces are not related whatsoever. They come from different sides of family. So at some point, the head of the family for the Lovelaces, which is Ambrose Lovelace, he was probably like the cousin or the brother of a queen at some point. And yeah, so they are a powerful family, but they're not maybe as old as or maybe they are, but they just don't have the same level of power, I guess, as the Aldriches. So yeah, this is a little yard for them. The way this is gonna work, the Lovelaces. This one, since they are not that many people, they can all stay in one residency. But the Lovelaces are a lot, so I separate them between three residential rentals. Each of these floors is gonna be an apartment. So this, of course, is gonna be a communal area for all of them, but they all kind of live separately. So let's start with the top floor, actually, where Ambrose, the head of the family, he's an old man, very close to death, and his two grandchildren are going to live with him. Because what happens here is that Ambrose loses his wife Ada, and he realizes that he too is coming on in years, and he's going to die, and he needs to find an heir for the Lovelace family. And Maria and Benedict, which are the two older kids, I suppose, grandchildren, are not really what he expected. They are very like hedonistic. They are only interested in parties and in like revelry. They are very arrogant, very entitled. Not at all the type of people he expected his family to be like. So he kind of tells his children, Cordelia and Ambrose II, the parents of Maria and Benedict, that they are going to be living with his grandparent now. He is going to try and set them straight. The two siblings, Benedict and Maria, are like, oh, cool, we can like lick Grandpa's boots and try and like get him to like give one of us the title. But Grandpa, of course, he is much wiser than that. He doesn't like, I mean, he likes them because they're his grandchildren, but he sees that neither of them can be the heir. So he ends up looking for the heir elsewhere. We'll get there. But yeah, so up here we have Maria's bedroom, very, very pink, very girly. She will also very much enjoy doing some jewelry. And then Benedict's room, a little bit more somber. He's gonna be more, both of them are very sociable. They enjoy the social life. They're always like, very hedonistic. Benedict's bathroom and Maria's bathroom. Then we have the little hallway with a piano, another piano here in the drawing room. This is Grandpa's room. Very, academic somehow. And his office where he has his little throne, because of course he's going to be in the noble career. His little office, the dining room / living room with a little bar. And the kitchen, and the butler's room with the same thing that I was just saying, where you see all of the like awesome furniture, and then it's like, okay, you couldn't even spare some better furniture for your butler. All right. So yeah, downstairs on the second floor, we have the parents of Benedict and Maria. These two are going to be a couple that are very much in love with each other. This is going to be a shared space. This is kind of like the hallway that then goes up to Ambrose, Benedict, and Maria's apartment. And downstairs here is Ambrose II and Cordelia. Ambrose II, of course, is the son of Ambrose, Grandpa Ambrose. And Ambrose II and Cordelia had Benedict and Maria, their children. This couple, when Grandpa was like, hey, I'm gonna take your children because I want to set them straight, they were like, awesome, take them. We don't want them here. Because this couple is very much in love with each other. They just want to be together. They're very obsessed with each other. And growing up, they didn't pay that much attention to Benedict and Maria, which ended up spoiling them just so that they kind of got out of their way. And, that's why Benedict and Maria are the way they are. They just feel very entitled to everything because their parents gave them everything to kind of like, make up for emotional debt, I suppose, because they didn't really were very cared by their parents. But yeah, that's basically this couple that lives in this apartment. They just, they're happy their kids are gone because they can now be more together, more time. So yeah, little drawing room here, the butler's room, following a trend, their bathroom, their room, yep, a little hallway that it kind of serves as a living room as well, dining room here, yep, and the kitchen, yep, and that's basically it. And then they have a little exit to the shared gardens. Actually, now that I think about it, how will Ambrose, Benedict and Maria gonna come here? I guess I can make this hallway shared and they can come through here. I guess that's what I have to do. Okay, and now we reach the bottom floor, and the bottom floor is for the other child of Ambrose and Ada, the grandparents, which is Anthony and Matilda. And this couple had 3 children, Philip, Cecil, and Ambrose III. This is a room of those children. I think I might have forgot that it's 3 children. And I didn't put a bedroom here. Whoops. Oh no, yes I did. This is Philip's. Philip is the kid. This is Cecil. Cecil is a teenager. So Cecil is much more... He enjoys very academic stuff. He enjoys painting. He enjoys the outdoors and collecting bugs, maybe. Philip, he's kind of a rambunctious child. He's like always running around. He also likes the outdoors. He also likes bugs. But yeah, this is the 2 younger children. And then we have Ambrose the third. There is definitely a rug missing here. I don't get The Sims. Why does this happen? Because it's always just like stuff that, I guess I understand some stuff when it's like move object stuff that disappears, but it's a rug, man. What do you mean? Okay, I guess I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, Ambrose III, he is a young adult. He is a little bit younger than Maria and Benedict. So he at first was not even thought to be considered for heir. So yeah, but his grandpa starts noticing how much Ambrose III fits the role that he kind of wants for an heir. He is very academic, he's very responsible, he's very dutiful. He has like all of the great qualities that he sees in an heir, so he is going to be the heir. Ambrose grandpa doesn't tell anyone this, so when Ambrose dies, it's a surprise to everyone that Ambrose III is the one that is going to be the heir of the royal family, of the Lovelace family. So yeah, he doesn't tell anyone and then dies and gives it all to Ambrose III. Here's his bathroom. Here's the parents' room, Anthony and Matilda. These 2 are like, they love each other, but they're not obsessed with each other. Oh, I forgot to take these out when I was building this. Oh, no, that one is supposed to be there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these ones, they love each other, but they're not obsessed with each other, and they also care for their children. So they gave them a little bit more education. That's why Ambrose III turned out better than Benedict and Maria. But yeah, this side of the family is kind of more together. They're more of a family. Here is their drawing room. A lot of books, some chess, a piano, of course, mandatory piano. The hallway, which I guess will have to be shared here as well. And dining room. That then here leads to the kids' rooms. Another hallway, the butler's room, following the trend. This one is egregious. But I guess I didn't really have that much space. As you can see, like there's only so much space I had for, and this family is the biggest one, so sorry, butler. And the kitchen. Yeah. Very cute. And yeah, that's the Lovelace family and their mansion, Lovelace Mansion, which is the opposite of Aldrich family. And yeah, that is basically this neighborhood. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the third neighborhood. Eventually I will finish the market and then I can show you around the village, which I'm very proud of. It looks so cool. I'm very excited to show you that. I still have a lot of footage to go through because that build took me a long time. As you can see, there's 6 houses total here, not counting other houses that serve other purposes. You can see here, this is a church, this is an inn slash bar. So there's more stuff in the village. I call it the ton for now. Very Bridgerton, but I might change it. Because I always call it the village, so maybe I'll just change it to the village. But yeah, this was this little corner of the world. Once I finish the market, I will give you a tour of the village, and then I can go. This is gonna be the royal palace, and a lot more stuff here. As you can see, the things are already set up. The names aren't, but yeah, church. There's gonna be cemetery, library. This is gonna be an inn. Yeah, and the bar, because I want to separate the like high society bars with the common bar, even though technically in the village you also have a bar, but it's different than making a community lot. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want, comment if you want, like if you want, and yeah, have a good day and see you around, I guess. Bye bye.